on Twitter and put up on Twitter and gonna say, I fight Tesehki or Ivory. One thing about me, you'll fight me, but I'm gonna train the same way you gonna train, and I will beat the fuck out of her.
Claressa?
Yes, if I train and didn't smoke and drink, because what she got so amped up off of is from drugs and alcohol. Like, no training. This is just natural. Bitch, you train every day. Bitch, you can't do a fight without training, ho. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, let me do your training you doing, and let me not be off that weed and popper. Bitch, I'm the motherfucking champion on this bitch.
Krishan's sister. And people ask me, do I think I can beat her in a fight? I said, do I think or do I know? She needs to be checking her fans and not checking me or trying to clock my teeth. Come out, she used to like me. Girl, you never came to a fight. You never said congrats on the motherfucking world championship. You never mentioned me in a good light. So no, you did not ever like me, and that doesn't matter to me. But to sit here and say you can whoop some ass and you out here popping pills and doing everything you're doing, you're not gonna whoop nobody ass. You can go to rehab and get that shit out your system. You need help.
It finally happened. Tiki just detonated her own reputation, and she did it with a phone, a bad idea, and the wrong man. Because according to explosive new leaks, she didn't just flirt with danger, she DM'd it directly, Papoose. Yes, Mr. Loyalty Rings himself became the target of one of the most reckless inbox attacks we've ever seen. And guess what? Claressa Shields didn't just get offended, she retaliated. Hard, publicly, viciously. No cryptic captions, no shady quotes, just raw receipts, screen grabs, and a caption that screamed, "Try me again and watch what happens." Now fans are stunned, blogs are boiling, and the internet is straight up glitching. So, what really went down in those DMs? Did Papoose entertain it? Was Claressa already clocking the weird energy? And most importantly, how did Taki think this would end well? What you're about to hear makes Zeus Network look like Disney+. Because when Claressa is involved, drama doesn't just happen. It gets strategically executed. It all began with a whisper and a DM. Fresh off another reality TV fallout, the Tesehki went silent. The kind of silence that doesn't mean peace. It means planning. While everyone thought she was chilling in the background, avoiding drama with Claressa Shields, she was actually out here sliding headfirst into Papoose's messages. And we're not just talking about a casual, hi, according. To what's now flooding every platform, she sent messages that were calculated, spicy, and just reckless enough to be irreversible. Voice notes, selfies, suggestive energy, the works. But let's be clear, this wasn't a misfire. This was a hit. Digital ambush, a move designed to ruin Claressa's peace and test Papoose's loyalty in one shot. And spoiler alert, she picked the wrong opponent. Claressa Shields isn't just a boxer, she's the blueprint, the gwot, the undisputed queen of combat. And when she and Papoose started looking a little too comfortable on IG Lives, backstage interviews, and red carpets, the streets started watching. Not everybody clapped. Some got bitter. And Taki? Oh, she didn't clap. She clawed. It allegedly started at a private event.
I remember the first time you called me out. I remember. You called me and Ivory out. You was like, ain't no street bitch beating me up. That's what she said. She's like, she had 100K. She was like, I got 100K for either Tesehki or Ivory. And then the hashtag was like, ain't no street bitch beating me up. Tell me that, and I've seen it. I was like,
Claressa was away for media rounds. Papoose was spotted solo, smiling, relaxed. Taki arrived late, hung in the shadows, and left the moment Pap did. Nothing crazy. Until the receipts leaked from a verified burner. Screenshots showed a backup account believed to be hers, saying things like, "You need someone who gets it. You too solid to be stressed out. Let me help you forget her for one night." And then came the media files, blurred, timed, teasing, just enough to imply intent, but not enough for a legal takedown. You know the kind. The kind that say, Mr.
Fight. Come on now, let's be logical.
I know she can't beat you, but I'm tired of folks saying that she can beat you. I know they can't. Like, I'd be like, man, that girl is a trained fighter.
I appreciate that, but you know what? I got a lot of respect for Tesehki and Krishan. If Tesehki ever wanted to do it, I would do it. But
I know your win though.
She beating those girls up on baddies. Them girls ain't
no
never
training.
trained.
Yeah.
They got body work
I know
done.
going.
I know this is wrong, but I'm hitting send anyway. Papoose? No reply. At least not in the screenshots. But Claressa? Oh, she replied all right. According to insiders, either Pap confessed or Claressa saw it for herself. And what did she do? Shed a tear? Throw a punch? Call a group chat? No. She pulled the trigger and leaked everything straight to close friends. Long enough for the blogs to catch it. Short enough to claim it was an accident.
Only way Claressa would be able to fight me is if I were to be a professional fucking fighter. If I go and train the same amount of time that she trained, and then I would get in the paint and beat the fuck out of her.
It worked. Within minutes, blog pages were reposting, screenshots were trending, hashtags were multiplying, and the caption? Ask your girl why she messaging my man. No tags, no filter, no chill. Taki went ghost. Literally. The queen of Instagram suddenly vanished. Archived posts, 0 stories, 0 energy. That silence hit louder than any denial. The internet? A jungle. Claressa didn't just clap back, she submitted evidence. She fights with fists and data. Dual-wielded legend. You blinked and Claressa broadcasted it in 4K. Even celebs tapped in. One anonymous artist said, "That girl fights with more than gloves." She fights with Google Drive, but now everyone had one question. Where was Papoose? The internet expected a statement, a quick live, maybe even a diss poem, but nope, he posted nothing. Just one dusty story. Quote still lingering. Silence says more than words ever could. Sir, not when the internet just roasted your entire situation. This is not the time to be quoting Confucius. Fans dragged him too.
And put up on Twitter and gonna say, I fight Tesehki your eye. One thing about me, you'll fight me, but I'm gonna train the same way you gonna train. I will beat.
Claressa?
Yes, if I train and didn't smoke and drink, cause what she got so amped up off of is from drugs, alcohol, like no training. This is just natural. Train every day. You can't do a fight without training, ho. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, let me do your training you doing, and let me not be off that weed and papa.
Your girl went to war. You went to sleep. She exposed a whole side chick scandal, and you're over here sipping ginger tea. This ain't spoken word night. Papoose, say something. But regardless of the silence, the sides were chosen, and everyone was riding hard for Claressa. She leaked it with class. No yelling, no paragraphs, just screenshots and silence. Toy got laid out without Claressa even lifting a glove. But here's where it goes nuclear. It's not over. Because while everyone was still digesting the DM chaos, Claressa moved in silence. She didn't post. She didn't brag. She collected evidence. Sources say she's got more. Screen records, voice clips, deleted drafts, receipts that would make even the FBI pause.
Make another poll. Again. I'll make another one. I'm gonna put, who do you think I should fight? Who do you think will give me a better fight out of these two women here? And I'm gonna put me in the middle. I'm gonna put me in the middle, and I'm gonna put Krishan's sister on one side, and I'm probably gonna put Ivory on the other side, or I'm gonna put Krishan's sister on one side and put Dolly on the other, and I'll let the fans...
And she's holding them. Because this was just the pre-fight warm-up. Because just when people thought it couldn't get worse for Day, Claressa dropped part 2 of her revenge. A full-blown voice note posted on Twitter. Watermarked, no caption, just audio. A voice, unmistakably techie, laughing and saying, "I know Papoose wanna try it. He just needs a little push. I'll make him fold." The internet froze. Not paused. Froze. This wasn't a rumor. This was digital premeditation, caught on tape. And, again, no tags, no subtweets. But everybody knew who said it. Then came the next strike. Receipts with context. Screenshots of unsent messages, faded out inbox previews, a mysterious thanks for last night draft that fans swear never got sent. And Claressa? She captioned it with surgical shade. Tell your girl to check her outbox. She's bad at covering tracks. Boom, internet detonation. Blogs like The Shade Era, Urban Fire Tea, and Gossip Spran went wild. TikTok detectives zoomed in on font spacing, timestamps, battery levels, even analyzing if Papoose's phone was in dark mode. It was. Chaos. Controlled chaos. Curated by Claressa. And then came the history lesson. Because you know what the internet does best? dig up receipts from the archives. An old IG live surfaced 3 months ago. Tesehki mocking Clarissa's stance at the time. Harmless then. Now? A bright red flag waving in 4K Ultra HD. Another post showed her liking a comment. That said, Claressa act like she owned Papoose. Back then, petty. Now, premeditated pettiness. But the final nail in that digital coffin? The insiders started talking. A verified account with a terrifyingly accurate track record dropped this line. Tesehki's been bragging for weeks. Claressa warned her once. The leak was her final warning. Another, supposedly a makeup artist, spilled, I was backstage. Claressa showed someone the messages. No yelling. She just said, she gon' learn. And she did. Because not long after, the burner allegedly used for the DMs vanished, deactivated, gone. And in that moment, everyone knew. The messages were real. No denial, no damage control, just disappearance. So the internet did what it does. Choose sides. Go to war. 2 armies formed. Team Claressa, loyal, savage, and equipped with every screenshot ever posted. They flooded the timeline with quotes like, you don't come for the champ and expect hugs. Claressa fights in and out the ring. She hit her with screenshots instead of gloves. Team Tesehki, small, emotional, and loud. Their message? Claressa overreacted. She's insecure. This is bullying. But let's be honest. Team Tesehki got cooked. This wasn't a fair fight. This was reputation versus clout. And clout doesn't punch back when exposed. Then Papoose blinked. After nearly a full week of silence, he finally tweeted, not everything needs to be shared with the world. Instant backlash. Sir, a woman handled your scandal while you wrote haikus. She dragged screenshots. You're dragging your feet. If silence were a person, it would be the man who let his queen go to war alone. Then came the real bomb. A verified podcast host leaked a behind-the-scenes tip. Word is, Papoose responded to Tesehki. Not how people think. He didn't flirt, but he didn't shut it down either. He told her to chill, but never blocked her. That's why Claressa flipped. Suddenly it wasn't about cheating. It was about tolerating disrespect. And that hit fans differently, because now, it wasn't Claressa versus Tesehki. It was Claressa versus betrayal tolerance. And the streets don't play with that. Papoose folded. You sat and watched. She protected, you vanished, all trending within hours. Then the click that shook the room, Claressa unfollowed him. Just like that. No drama, no quote, just silence, with impact. Fans noticed immediately. She exposed the enemy, protected her man, and still got played. If Claressa's done with you, the whole internet is too. This ain't loyalty, this is liability. Then the alleged leaked text dropped. Posted by a burner with a decent leak record, the screenshots showed a convo, supposedly between Claressa and a close friend. Messages read, he told me she wasn't a threat, said he'd block her. He never did. I leaked the messages because I was tired of smiling through it. Real, unverified, but on the internet. Belief, reality. Meanwhile, Claressa's team, quiet. But sources whispered she's working on a DOA-style project. Undisputed, the price of loyalty. You already know what that means. She's about to turn pain into profit. Betrayal into branding. Meanwhile, Tesehki tried to come back. Posted a TikTok mouthing a Summer Walker lyric with the caption, "You mad 'cause I said hi." The comments were brutal. Girl, that wasn't a hi. That was a digital hug with bad timing. Summer would log off if she saw this. You didn't say hi, you said, here's the problem. When she tried to go live, absolute chaos. Viewers flooded her comments with glove emojis, screenshots, sarcasm. One even wrote, "Are you Remy Ma Part 2 or just the sad sequel?" The live ended in 4 minutes. The comeback didn't land. And still, Papoose didn't speak. No apology, no, here's the truth. No loyalty post, just poetry-level silence. Meanwhile, Claressa, training videos, focused eyes, caption, peace is power. But the energy, cold, because deep down, fans knew she's not done yet. And just when the internet thought the storm had passed, Claressa reloaded. No trailer, no teaser, Just a single post. Black background, white text. One line? Y'all still think I don't have more? Within 10 minutes, Twitter erupted, Gossip Vine, the blog circle, Shade Spot, TikTokers with their bonnets on. Everybody dropped what they were doing, because everyone knows what's coming. Next. When the Gwat says, "I'm not done," you better sit down and plug your phone in, because the next drop might break the whole internet. Claressa wasn't done. She was just warming up. And then the final leak hit. A full screen recorded video, not a clip, not a blurry screenshot. An entire scroll through of Papoose's Instagram DMs, with one name pinned to the top, Tiki. The messages? Unfiltered chaos. Tiki calling him Poppy. Tiki sending filtered selfies with heavy energy. Tiki asking for a private meetup. And the line, "That broke the internet?" A voice note where she says, crystal clear, "I know Claressa thinks she got you locked down, but you need something softer. Realer. I'm right here, baby." The internet exploded. This wasn't theory. This wasn't, he said, she said. This was proof. Raw, direct, undeniable. She had deliberately crossed into a ring she couldn't survive, and the GWAT just sat back and pressed upload. But then, the twist Papoose's response, buried at the bottom of the thread. One red heart. Not a full reply. Not a rejection. Not a stop. Just a single emoji, the one that confirmed everything without saying a word. And that one pixel of betrayal? It flipped the entire internet upside down. Now it wasn't just Tiki being messy. Now it was Papoose letting it happen. Twitter turned immediately. Fans who defended him jumped ship in seconds. One tweet racked up 200K likes in an hour. A whole champ held you down, defended your name, dragged another woman for you, and you replied with a heart? You're a clown. Another hit harder. That emoji did more damage than any message. That was digital betrayal in 4K. Meanwhile, Claressa said nothing.